What is up, you guys? Welcome back. Today we're getting this mower going. I just got the carbs back. Buddy I work with, he owns DNA Cycle in Moose Jaw, so he rebuilt the carbs for me because I suck with carbs, and this is what he specializes in. It's rebuilding stuff like this and building some pretty cool bikes. Yeah, we're gonna get this thing going. I took how the turbo was on top. I took that off. We're gonna leave the turbo off for now. My goal is just to get it running good without the turbo, and then we can go from there. Because the turbo itself, on a carbureted deal, is its own mess of problems and headaches. So we'll deal with that when the time comes. You guys like the mower. This is kind of the mower I based my channel off of, and I kind of steered away from it and built this and whatever else. So it'd be nice to get this thing back and going and running good, because I only got one little test drive with it and it really sucked because under load it just really didn't want to run. So I'm gonna put these carbs back on. We're gonna put on these air filters because apparently with this motor setup, half the problem is these do not like to run just with open carbs. This bike comes specific with a special air box, so it restricts airflow, and I never thought that. I thought like more airflow the better, but with these motors they're really fussy apparently. So I'm gonna put these little air filters on, and then what some people do, they'll put like a sock over top of it so it restricts more airflow. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try putting a sock over these, hoping it'll restrict enough air for it to run smoothly. But yeah, so fingers crossed. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna bring the mower down to him, and he said we will get it running for sure. So I'm like 98% sure that we're gonna get this thing going and we're gonna drive it, because I'm determined. Unless one side doesn't have compression or something stupid like that. Because I don't really want to tear apart the motor and redo rings and whatever else, because it's a headache. But if it comes down to that, we're just gonna throw a Harley motor or something on this thing, something bigger. It idles a lot better. Right, we're gonna try to start it. We'll try putting it in gear and see if it will stay running when it's in gear. It's a problem I had before. At this point, I think it just needs some fine tuning, but I think we're ready to try driving it. But one thing I want to do first is, so this fuel tank, I want to take that off. I'll get rid of all the fuel line, all this. I'm just gonna get like a little fuel tank that I can mount up here, just so small little fuel line tank is up here. It's not the look I'm going for, but it'll be the easiest. I don't need a fuel pump. It can just be gravity fed. Then that whole fueling system is out of my hair. All right, I bought this little fuel tank. It should be perfect. And so there's these mounting brackets or mounting posts built onto the tank. So I'll probably make a bracket off of those posts. And this is a part of the to mount the motor. I'll probably build a bracket off of here and it'll come up, and then it'll have a mounting piece so I could mount the gas tank onto there. And then I could easily remove it and it should be good. Doesn't look too bad. Fab up the bracket now. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. I haven't welded something in a long time. It's been quite a while. All right, I fabbed up this little bracket. Goes right on here. Come on, get on there. There we go. Just bolts it on to there. And it sits around there. So I'll get that put on. All right, let's put some fuel in it. See if we got any leaks. Oh, we don't. That would really suck. And one way to find out. So far, no leaks. Cool. Let's try starting it. We're pretty good for now. Tomorrow, when it's nice out, we could probably take it for a rip. Hopefully, fingers crossed that it drives. Still no brakes, but who needs that? All right, I added these tubes onto here to try to smooth out the air when it comes in. So it'll suck air in. Hopefully it'll be smoothing it out by the time it gets to the opening of the carb. And I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna push it out onto the driveway. And I'm gonna try driving it up the driveway into the garage. I still don't have brakes, so I'm gonna go slow, but hopefully it doesn't die. I start moving, I start going, I get excited. And I always forget it doesn't have brakes. Every time. Too bad they're ripped up the roads. I can't even get out my damn driveway. Look at this sick welding setup. Got a TIG welder. Oh, there we go. Look at go. Doing some aluminum. Practicing. We're gonna take the mower out. Finally, it's been a while. And of course, when we take it out, it's gonna rain. Just our luck. Battery's just charging. Hopefully we get this thing running good. Hey, did? Did. Right. I'm pumped.
You want me to start your lawnmower?
Yeah, you wanna?
I'm gonna start it.
Let's push it out. Oh! No problem.
Who rebuilt the carbs for you again?
DNA Cyclone Moose Jaw. Did a hell of a job. Test is to see if it works under load. Guess we'll see. Oh my god. No, it's still not working under load. So I'm thinking our problem isn't even a carb problem. Look how much fuel it's getting. I think either the spark plugs aren't gapped properly, or, you know, just not doing it. These coil packs are actually just off a lawnmower. They're not the stock ones. So maybe these aren't delivering enough spark. Just enough spark to idle, but not enough spark to do anything else but idle. Right, this is why I'm so slow on uploading. Everything's tore apart. We got the truck loaded up with the mower. We're gonna take it to Moose Jaw, see if Buddy can get it running better. gonna be sweet. I hope we can get it running good. Oh, and I got a new truck. Check this thing out. Look at that. Ooh, beautiful. Got the mower all loaded in here. All right, I got some brakes fabbed up on the mower, but I had it out in the rain a long time ago, and I think the brake pads are like the cylinder that's in the back of the brakes there. I think it's kind of seized, so I gotta take the brake pads out, and because I got brakes, but the brakes don't work. Something with brakes in me, like they don't get along. We'll figure that out. I fabbed up a chain guard, so if the chain blows up, because I know the chain is too small for that amount of power, something happens to that, then, you know, if the chain snaps, it's not gonna take my nuts off, so that's good. Changed it to a metal seat too. Just I like that classic old school mower look. All right, this is Lane at DNA Cycle.
What up?
He's gonna try to figure this thing out.
Okay, which positive are we running off?
That's the positive right there.
That's the positive.
If you can get to it. What is this checking?
This is the vacuum mate here, so this is gonna help us check our sinks.
Okay.
Okay, now we just gotta turn the key on.
Nice, you got power.
We got power. No, it's not too bad at all. So now we just gotta figure out why it's bogging then.
Yeah.
Okay, so our sink is pretty much bang on now. And it sounded like it hesitated off of one cylinder right off the get-go.
Yeah, it seems like this one was stopped.
Yeah.
For a little bit, yeah. So would that be spark?
It would be a sparking issue. But both your coils should be keeping up. I wonder if it's just a hesitation until it like warms itself up.
It could be. Because it definitely gets better once it's warm.
Doing the exact same thing, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'll dial them in another half step quick.
Oh, no way. That was it.
Okay, double undersized jets. Take 3.
Oh, yeah, here we go, here we go. Well, guys, we're about 95% sure we know what the problem is. I think we narrowed it down to a spark issue. It sparks enough to like run it idle and to kind of rev it up and everything, but when you put it in gear and it starts running under load, it doesn't have enough spark to burn all the fuel. So we took a resistance reading of the coil packs, and each coil pack, the coil packs that are on it aren't the ones for it. So the coil packs are putting out 2 ohms of resistance. So the less resistance that you have, the more spark. So I looked up on forums, and you want about 0.5 ohm to 1 ohm of resistance. So that would make sense. So when you're putting in a gear and you go to give her gas, it's just not delivering enough spark to ignite all the fuel. It's getting rich and it's just flooding itself. So I'm gonna find some new coil packs, the ones that are right size. It's kind of hard to find them for this motor, but I'll find some. Thinking around the 1 ohm I'll try for, and then after that it's probably just basic carb tuning, which I should be able to do myself, but then she's gonna be scary. And Lane, he gave me some bigger chain because that chain that's on there is way too small for that amount of power, and I knew that from the get-go after seeing the buggy chain. I was like, oh wow, like, I'm pretty much using a bicycle chain to drive this mower. So we gotta beef up the rear end and sprocket some more, get those brakes figured out. Brakes hate me and I hate brakes, but I need brakes. So that'll be it for this video. The next one, for sure, we're gonna get her ripping and hopefully everything beefed up and everything, and bring it out on some dirt, see if we can do some donuts. Actually, I know we'll be able to do some donuts. It's a lot of power for that little mower. It's really light. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But if it isn't upgraded, upgrade it. You guys have a good night.